It was June 2023. I had been working out for 2 months. I had already been working out for 2 months. Yet, I was here, sitting on the couch. So I had been on self-improvement for over a month now. But I was here, sitting on the couch, drinking a smoothie. But what was in this smoothie? What was in this smoothie? I don't even know. But what I do know that was in there was sugar. And the food that I was eating along with it was probably cooked in some seed oils. Like sesame seed oil or some seed oil, some vegetable oil, some disgusting refined vegetable oil. So I was eating sugar, seed oils. The other part, it was like, well, there was white rice also. So there's white rice, which is also unhealthy because it's refined. So white rice, sugar, seed oils, probably seed oils. I don't actually know because I didn't check the ingredients. Like I check the ingredients and everything now, but I was drinking this smoothie. And I was like, my brain was obviously coping. So I had been on self-improvement, and I was like, I was against eating sugar, but I was still like, oh, just a little bit's fine here and there. I was eating a lot more than a little bit. I was just majorly coping. I thought I was like eating like really healthy and stuff, and oh, just a little bit's fine. I was eating a lot more than I thought I was, so it wasn't just a little bit, is like adding on to like what I was already eating, which was a good amount, like a lot. Like a good amount, not like a ton, not nearly as much as I used to. I used to eat like a ton of sugar, but I when I halfway through drinking that smoothie, I started to feel sick. I started to get that sort of sickening feeling that you get when you eat too much sugar. If you've ever if you've ever gone off sugar for like a good amount of time and you eat like a lot of it like in a short amount of time again after like not eating it for a while, it makes you feel like shit. Like it also it tastes like way too sweet. When you don't eat sugar for a while and then you eat it again, it tastes like way too sweet when there's way too much in it. The drink was way too sweet. Also, I used to love this. This used to be my favorite fucking food. This smoothie was so delicious to me like a few months ago. I loved this smoothie. This was the greatest thing ever. It tasted way too sweet. It didn't really taste that good, honestly. Plus it made me feel sick. Like halfway through, it made me feel sick. And about two-thirds of the way through, I was coping, like saying like, oh, I just gotta finish a smoothie so, I don't have to like waste the money that my dad paid for it. But two-thirds of the way through, me drinking this sugary smoothie, I just got one click moment where I was like, dude, what the fuck am I doing? What am I doing drinking this? Like, I'm not even, like, this isn't even pleasurable. It doesn't even taste that good anymore. And it's making me, like, feel kind of, like, weird in the stomach a little bit. And I was just like, bro, what am I doing eating all this sugar, man? From that moment on, I I rarely eat sugar. Rarely. Like, very teeny bit. Like, obviously, like, added sugars, like, refined, like, natural sugars are fine, like, in fruit and stuff. But I stopped eating sugar in almost entirely from that point on. And in this video, I'm gonna teach you actually like a step-by-step guide on exactly how to do this. Exactly how to not only quit your sugar addiction, not only quit your junk food addiction in general, but not even want to eat it anymore. Like, make it disgusting. Like, make it look disgusting. Like, bro, I used to love like Oreos and candy and a bunch of stuff. That shit looks disgusting to me now. Like, it doesn't even look good. It doesn't even, like, I don't even desire it anymore. Simply because I did these steps that I'm gonna teach you today that I took 2 months to learn. Actually, more like 3, actually. So, 3 months to learn in this pretty short guide. All in a step-by-step guide that you can take action on pretty easily. Not easily, but that you can just take action on, like, just give you the step-by-step, like, actually what to do. So, first you have to understand actually what, like, how to do this first, and then I'll give you, like, what to do and stuff. So, how do you actually stop eating it in the first place? Well, there is this line that this is the amount of junk food in your house. This is the amount of natural, like, good food, like, actually, like, healthy food in your house. This is the junk food. This is the healthy food. What you want to do is push this line to here. So there's no more junk food in your house. If you don't have junk food in your house and your parents or well, maybe you live alone or something, but if there's no junk food in your house and you have someone to hold you accountable to, like, not eat and buy that, you're not going to eat it. There's not going to be a choice. There's a choice between the good food and the junk food. If you just push this over here so there's no choice between, there's just healthy food, there's not going to be junk food to eat. Now, you know, if you've ever seen movies and there's, like, some drunken character and he throws away all his alcohol because, you know, something happened, and then, you know, something happens, like, some tragic shit happens, and then, you know, his daughter dies or something, and then, you know, he starts drinking again and he buys it all back. Now, I'm not talking about that. I mean that you actually, I'm gonna teach you how to actually make it so you don't even desire it, you don't even want to buy it. So you get rid of the junk food in your household, and then make it so you don't even want to buy it. So how did I actually do this? Hold on, let me close. So how did I actually do this? Well, I learned 3 things. There are 3 things I'm going to teach you in this video that you can take action on today that changed my diet forever and what I ate and what I wanted to eat. So, there are 2 words you have to know. Willpower and courage. Now, you might know these words, but let me just explain them first of all. Willpower is when you resist the urge of something you want to do very badly. Courage is when you don't want to do something because you're scared of it and you do it anyway. So, courage is similar to discipline, but only in the way, it's only different because you're doing it not because you don't want to, but because you're scared of it. You're not doing it because you don't want to, but you're doing it because you're scared of it. So, or you're fearful of it, or whatever. Not scared, but fearful, maybe. So, willpower, you need to know willpower, because willpower, you use willpower in the way that, well, you want to eat the junk food. You desire the junk food. It tastes good. You want to buy it. You want to eat it. It's there. Or maybe it's not there. Maybe you followed this first step already or something. But you want to eat it. You want to buy it. But you don't do it. You don't have to do something even if you want to do it. So, why is willpower important? Willpower is important because it's important to understand, because before you start to not desire it, the way to not desire it is by stopping eating junk food for a while. So what you do is, when you eat junk food, when you stop eating like sugar, for example, for like a while, like a good period of time, using willpower to not eat it, when you eat it again, after you have not eaten it for a while at all, when you eat like too much of it, it tastes bad. It tastes way too sweet. This is something I don't see like a lot of people, like I don't see people talking about. When you stop eating junk food for a while, it doesn't taste good once you eat it again. Usually. It tastes way too sweet. So first you stop eating as much sugar as you were eating. So maybe you still eat some sugar, but you put way less in. So you use your willpower to stop eating it for a while. Put the junk food right in front of your face. You know how I said to remove it from your house and don't give it an option, but keep one piece left there. Put it on your desk and stare at it like a psychopath. Like stare, like looking at it, like, and say, you're not gonna ruin my life anymore. You don't have control over me. And sort of like sit up with good posture, with like your chest puffed out, and just say, you're not gonna control me anymore. You don't have power over me anymore. And just just practice this every day. And just this is how you level up your willpower skill. This is how you get better at resisting the urge to do something even when you want to do it. When you just say like, you don't have control over me, you ruin my life anymore, like that gives you kind of like an inspiring feeling in your head, like, bro, what the hell am I doing with this thing? You kind of want to throw it across the room now. It's like, oh, fuck you, bro. But like, if you keep practicing this, you're gonna want it less and less. You're gonna want to have the junk food less and less and less. So willpower is very important, because if you have a ton of willpower, like for example, if someone had like the highest level of willpower possible, and they were previously addicted to junk food, then they stopped eating it for a while, then they leveled up their willpower like a lot. If they like, once you level it up so much, it's like, willpower is when you resist doing something even when you want to, but when you level it up so much, you start to stop wanting it. You start to stop wanting it more and more. You start to want it less and less and less. But this isn't even the best way to stop, like, desiring the junk food, actually. The third thing that I think is the most important thing to learn is literally just educate yourself. So, now this is kind of like, oh, I thought he was going to give me like a step-by-step process, exactly what to do and stuff. So I'm going to actually like educate you on this. So, first thing you got to do is know that if you ate a teaspoon extra of sugar a day, that's around 50 calories. Or no, that's not 50. That's a teaspoon of sugar is about 25 calories. 4 grams of sugar, I'd say about 25 calories. If you eat a teaspoon more of sugar a day for 10 years, literally just 4 grams more, 4 more grams of sugar a day for 10 years, you will be morbidly obese. Think about that. You will be morbidly obese if you eat a teaspoon, 4 grams more of sugar a day. A gram of sugar is about 0.24 teaspoons of sugar, so that's about 4 grams of sugar in a teaspoon. It adds up. Even if you're like, oh, I just, a teaspoon a day is not that much, I just, whatever. After 10 years' time, you will be fat as hell. You will be fat. Now, this sounds like, oh, that's not going to happen. That's unrealistic, He's just making some shit up. But if you really respect yourself, you'd say, man, what am I doing eating this shit? Bro, look at my body. I got freaking, what am I doing with my life? Bro, I'm literally ruining my life just because it tastes good. Instant gratification rather than delayed gratification. Instant gratification is when maybe it feels good right now, it tastes good right now, but it will fuck you up in the future. But then delayed gratification is maybe it doesn't taste quite as good, but even the healthy food should start to taste good. When you start eating healthy food a lot, it starts to taste better. Just like the way you eat sugar less, it starts to taste worse. You eat healthier food more, it starts to taste better. So if healthy food tastes good and sugar tastes bad, you're gonna choose the healthy food. You're not even gonna want the sugar because it looks disgusting. It looks disgusting. You're like, bro, that shit's gonna ruin my life. Why don't I just eat this, which is tasty anyway? Healthy food can be tasty. Just eat the tasty healthy food instead of the tasty, even if this is still tasty, eat the tasty healthy food because it's still tasty, right? Healthy food should be tasty. Maybe the junk food's still tasty, but why would I eat the junk food? It ruined my life. It made me fat. Why would I choose that when the healthy food is gonna make my life a lot better and it's still tasty? It still tastes good. There's not gonna be a choice. You start to, when this is over here, it stops tasting good. So it doesn't even matter if the junk food is 90% in the household. If your parents eat the junk food, it's not even gonna matter. Because you're gonna say, bro, that shit doesn't even look tasty. I'm gonna eat the healthy food, this 10% of the healthy food that's in the house, because that's tasty anyway. And then that's tasty too, but that's gonna fuck me up. just look at the junk food and say, what have you done to me? What have you done to me? Man, why don't I just eat this broccoli? Like, broccoli! Bro, so many kids hate broccoli. It's tasty! When you eat it correctly, when you cook broccoli correctly, it tastes good. It's healthy. It tastes good. Steak tastes good because it's also healthy. For example, like chicken tastes good. It's healthy. Now maybe there's some healthy foods you don't like, but substitute that for healthy foods you do like. You don't hate all healthy foods. You have to figure out and keep experimenting with what like healthy foods you like. Eat the tasty healthy foods or make them taste good by either eating them more or like putting things in them to like tastier foods in them to make them taste good. Still healthy, foods and stuff. Put also other healthy foods in. For example, I hate eggs, but eggs are like probably one of the healthiest foods out there. So I still eat like 4 eggs a day, but I put them in like cheese and potatoes and or like rice or something, which makes them taste like a lot better. So I hate eggs, but I still eat them because I mix them with like other tasty healthy foods. So when you are eating this like actually genuinely like good healthy food, like if you cook the butter or if you cook the broccoli in like the right way and you steam it correctly, if you learn how to cook and stuff and you like mix it with butter, like some butter and put a little bit of salt on it, not too much obviously, but just make it how you like it. It will taste good. Broccoli will taste good. Broccoli tastes good unless you like hate broccoli. Like I hate eggs. Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, you hate eggs? Like eggs are so tasty." Like for example, like I'm saying broccoli is so tasty. Maybe you hate broccoli for some reason, but find the things you like to eat that are healthy, and then you'll look at the junk food and say, "Well, that kind of starts to look disgusting anyway," because it's like, "Well, that's unhealthy." Maybe it's tasty, but it starts to look like less and less tasty. When you're eating the tasty, healthy food, the tasty junk food starts to look less tasty because it looks disgusting when you learn how unhealthy that shit is. If you learn what that does to you, it starts to look bad. Like, it starts to look disgusting. Now, why do you need to know courage? Courage... You need to know actually, a lot of people you don't need to know courage. But courage is specifically for my folks that for like y'all who live with your parents still. When your parents still buy all this stuff. You have to, maybe you have like Asian parents and stuff and they're super strict and they're like, I want to buy this and but you have to have the courage to tell your parents, like, I don't eat this anymore. I don't want to eat this. Like, sorry, I burped. I only eat healthy food. Also, there's this, thing where it's the easiest way to quit an addiction is by rather than saying, I'm trying to quit, I don't want that, I'm trying to quit, you say, I don't want that, I don't do that in the first place. Like if you're trying to quit sugar and someone offers you some sugar, you don't say, no, I'm trying to quit sugar, I'm trying to eat healthy now. No, you say, I don't eat sugar, I don't want that doesn't look good to me, no thanks. That is like the best way to do. I can't tell you enough. Just say you don't. Just think of yourself as someone who doesn't eat sugar and you won't eat sugar, because you have that personality of this guy who doesn't eat sugar. So you're not gonna eat sugar. If someone sees you eat sugar and be like, "What are you doing, bro? I thought you didn't eat sugar," and you'll be like, "Oh no." I'll be like, "No, I wasn't eating the." Stop coping. You have to tell your parents. You have to have the courage to tell your parents. Don't be like this small balls like, yo, mom, mommy, I don't want to. Say, mom, can you, like, maybe stop buying me sugar? I don't really like eating sugar. It's not that tasty to me anymore. I've found it's like unhealthy. I've been doing some research, so maybe you don't can you like not buy some sugar? Can you start buying like healthy foods for me? And she'll be like, "Oh yeah, sure." You know, or maybe she won't say that. She's like, "Oh, it's more expensive." But that gives you more motive for you to start making money. And then even if it's more expensive right now, it's gonna be less expensive in the future. It's not gonna cost you your health, your capabilities, your longevity, your livelihood. In the long run, it costs more to eat junk food than it costs to eat healthy food. Maybe the organic, non-plastic, non-pesticide, like cabbage over here. Maybe that's a few dollars more expensive than the pre-prepared lasagna that was cooked, that had seed oils and sugar in the tomato sauce, and not non-organic insecticide, beef and stuff. They're fed grain and they're like in a cage. That in the future, healthy eating will cost you less because you won't have the doctor bill to pay for your type 2 diabetes. So, use your willpower to stop eating the junk food. Remove the junk food. Use your willpower to not eat the junk food. Use your courage to say, yo, my parents, yo, mom, yo, dad, can you stop buying me junk food? Just do everything you can to remove it from your environment. Use your willpower to not eat it, even if it's there, even if you can't remove it from your environment. Use your willpower to not eat it for a while. It starts to taste bad. Eat the tasty, healthy foods. So then you have the choice between tasty junk food, tasty healthy food, and then you're like, well, you ruined my life. You make me unhealthy and shit. Why don't I just eat the tasty healthy food? Because they're both tasty. One of them ruins my life. One of them makes my life better. So why don't I just choose the tasty one that makes my life better? Tasty, healthy food, willpower, courage. That's pretty much it. And remove from your environment. Peace out. See you in the next video.